Good morning and welcome to episode 3 of this little mini series back to Thailand. It's 8 a.m. here and about 30 degrees, which is quite nice. A little relief from the blistering temperatures we had when we first arrived in the low to mid 40s. We've had a few storms and a few showers recently, so that's an indication that the rainy season is not that far away. It's taken a little bit longer than usual to get this one out. It's quite time consuming putting everything together and little tweaks here and there. And we've been out here and there doing things, friends round, parties, etc. But it's here. Hope you enjoy it. We start off by going down to Pattaya for the final weekend of Songkran. We've been to a junior Thai boxing tournament. Had our first pomegranate, only one on the tree. It's just delicious, and we're now eating. Stand by. We're now eating fresh mango off our tree. It's just delicious. Jan's just picked that from the garden. It's just amazing. You cannot describe the flavour of a freshly picked mango. So that's it. We've got another 2.5 weeks, if that, here before we return home. So not long to go now. I'll probably squeeze in another episode, shorter one, before we come back. A couple of shout outs following on from last episode where I mentioned Becky in Montana, her sister Carol and her husband Andy in Fort Collins in America, and to Richard Bock, who was asking recently when the next episode was coming out. Well, here it is, Richard, no more waiting. And to Doris in West Sussex, Doris Bray, happy birthday for the other day. I think I did send you belated greetings, but hope you had a good one. And finally to Chris in Brisbane, Australia. There you go, Chris. Not forgotten, and I think I've covered most of the planet now. So enjoy. I'll chat to you during the video and at the end. And I say one more to go, I think, before we come home. Enjoy. Thank you for watching. Much appreciated. Now, the intention here was to get across the road over to where that 737 is and into the shopping mall. As you can see, there's a lot of water being thrown around, and this is just the very tip of the iceberg. So we had a look around to see what was going on and look for a nice little gap, and off we went. We made it here. More water. Everything is about water and throwing it over people. Everybody's carrying water pistols or buckets or other means to get you wet. We made it this far. Just a short dash now to the main entrance. Now, the following day, we had a bit of a beach session. There we are on our deck chairs. It's not really my idea of sitting on a beach. I'd much rather be on an island somewhere. But nevertheless, it was very quiet. I think most of the revellers were still in bed after a late night partying for Songkran. But nevertheless, it was okay. We had something to eat and swim in the sea. That evening, I think we went to this restaurant called the Beach Club, which was part of a hotel in North Pattaya near Nuklua. Never been there before, didn't know what to expect. Its own private beach, very nice. The sun was setting. Yeah, we had a nice time there. There's our table. It's us. I was hoping to get a nice shot of the setting sun through the trees there, but no. And then looked really odd when filmed on my phone. But nevertheless, this was a nice evening. It was pleasant. Now this pool, when we arrived in daylight, was ink black. It was awful. But here at night, with the lights on, so it does have some colour. Returning back to the hotel, it was going to be a loud night. All the younger members of our group went off revelling. Me, Jan and her sister went back to the room with baby Gal. And that was our evening. And we stayed there until late. And here's the baby Gal, who was born last October, November. That's Jan's sister, Somper. And once we returned back home to Lopburi, we went out and bought ourselves a couple of bicycles. One for Jan, one for me, so we could, go off pedaling, a bit of exercise. Last time I was on a bike was in Singapore in 2015. Can you believe it? 11 years ago. And before that, the last time I was on a bike was the London-Brighton bike ride in 1997. 29 years ago. Unbelievable. Yes, the start of the rainy season. It normally starts May, June here in Thailand. It goes on until September. Good for the garden. Also a good test of our new screen in the outside kitchen area, and it seemed to work well. Lots of rain, good test for it. But yeah, lots and lots of rain, so no cycling today. There's my decoy bird, which the pigeons now love. And there's a very wet, grey, gloomy day. Yes, our very first pomegranate. Yeah, the only one on the tree. Had been slightly nibbled or pecked at, but nevertheless, the contents were simply delicious. Straight off the tree, cut in half, seeds removed. Tasty, believe me. Yeah, just arrived after a 1 hour's drive from home. Just looking around for the family that invited us here. Good turnout, and it seems to be a good show actually. Boxing had already started. Yeah, the same family invited us to another junior tournament near our home a year or two ago. But this seemed to be at a dedicated boxing training camp because the facilities were pretty good here. And these young lads, I mean, they're just young lads, but they were quite feisty, and they were going for it in every bout.
หมดยกที่หนึ่งส่วนรุ่นต่อไปน้ำหนัก43ถึง45กิโลหญิงนะครับผู้ที่ผู้ประจำเดือนนะครับกับธิดาเทพครับหลบจากพวกนี้เป็นสายเลือดกับไม่มาผ่านดีเจและหลายคนก็เห็นหน้าตาของเธอนะครับนะเห็นตั้งแต่ในระดับผู้บริหารเห็นจบบ่อยนะนอกจากนั้นก็ในระดับพวกนี้เป็นสายเลือดกับไม่มาผ่านดีเจและหลายคนก็เห็นจากคู่นี้นี่ฝ่ายแดงมันดันเดือดจากอุทัยธานีทิดาเทพต่อจุดหัวท่อจากสมุทรสาครแม่เขาบอกคู่นี้ตรงกันข้าวสาวงานเกลือเฮ้ยดูครับคู่นี้ต่อยสองครับ2-3 ยก
การโหแข็งปังเลยโคตรรักแข็งปังเลยอ่ะโอ้เรื่องการรับตัวได้ครับรับตัวได้ไงรับตัวได้ไงครับ
ถ้าตัวที่ชกเสร็จแล้วนี่รับเบี้ยเลี้ยงนะครับนะภายในโรงยิมนะครับบางส่วนนี่จะรีบกลับไปชมบ้านกลางไป
Yeah, both girls that I videoed, I think they're from the same camp, they both had the same light blue top on. But watch this girl here, she was just gorgeous to watch, performing the Y crew and the runway, the dance. Just going to watch her in a minute because I mean, this is so graceful and nice compared to the red corner girls were not as elegant as these. Look at her now, look at her. She's really into this. This is something she must do before each fight. The red girls don't do this, but the blue girls, very similar. This is just amazing to watch. I was transfixed by it, mesmerising. Just let these girls do what they're doing. I'll let you watch. It's just brilliant. Unfortunately, I stopped videoing those girls because that blue girl was just brilliant. But we're into another couple of girls now. This girl in blue, I'm sure was from the same camp. She's got the same top on. But she was just as good, much better than the Reds. So this camp, they must specifically train to this particular ritual. So the Blues were brilliant. Blues had it over the Reds, in my opinion.
สำหรับเราเป็นแบบตำบลที่ว่างนะครับเราทำได้ดีเราไปพร้อมกับทีมงานครับจากว่าตำบลไทยที่งานโรงเรียนอินโดนีเซียงานมีมวยไทยให้ชมเลยก็อย่างน้อยก็15 คู่เลยนะสำหรับนักมวยหญิงนะครับที่ชกเด็กได้ฝ่ายแดงนี่ดาวเหนือนะครับที่เป็นดาวเหนือแต่คุณเธอนี่เป็นสาวเมืองชนเอ็งเร็วเดี๋ยวที่สองเร็ว
As you can see, they were really going for it. They didn't hold back at all. I mean, all the girls fights, all the boys fights, they were going for it. Obviously, as you saw a few seconds ago, or heard a few seconds ago, I was actually rooting for the blue corner, purely because they presented themselves more professionally. But I can't remember who won. I should have made a mental note of it. ก็ขอขอบคุณหัวหน้าค่ายแต่ละคณะนะครับที่ให้ความร่วมมือนะครับควบคุมตัวรอพร้อมกันทั้ง4 คู่นะครับNot really the big fight, but this is the young lad that we were invited to come and watch and support. His name is Adit, and we think he's about 12 years old. He comes from a family of Thai boxers, brothers or cousins. Have already fought in the ring, but yeah, it's the young lad that we were sort of rooting for. Let's just see how he performs. Now at this point I was actually giving Etit the red trunks. I was giving him points. He seemed to be on top of the game. I think that's his father in the sort of lighter blue shirt, family member in the darker blue shirt. But yeah, he was pretty good. I mean, they were both both quite feisty, but I was giving the points to the lad in red at this point. Yeah, and they continued at it. The ref kept separate. Ooh, what a kick! That was a good high kick. Well done. Red corner. Ah, yes. And every kick is a point. That's it. Keep kicking. They're kicking each other. But at it in the red, he did not stop. He did not let up. Which is why I kept marking. Another good kick. 2 kicks. And another kick. And every time there was a kick, the crowd cheered, whether the blue corner or the red corner. But they did not stop. Oh, yes, they're out of the ring there. That's it. Totally dominant there. This lady here in the white, she's the lady who invited us to this tournament. She is the auntie of the boyfriend of Jan's niece, who is the father of baby Gao. Yeah, slight tenuous link there. Here we go. In the break, just like a normal boxing match here. The family, but the trainers just look after the fighters, just like a normal. Jan's daughter there, videoing it for her vlog, and they're off again. Yeah, no stopping them. These bands, look at them. Look. They did not stop. Okay, this was just after the fight, and he basically lost. But the following day, he found out that the referee had muddled the scores, and he was actually a winner. So good for him. This is when we left, and we headed back home for our hour's drive home. Good night. Really enjoyable. Now, for some reason, I put the drone up just to get some pictures and noticed we had a loose tile. Shock horror. A tile detached. Called the builder. He could come in 4 or 5 days. Okay, so we'll just live with this. But unfortunately, the rains came. And for 2 nights, we had some pretty ferocious thunderstorms. Lightning, thunder, and rain, lots of it. Lightning in Thai is Phala, thunder, Phalong, rain, Phon Tok, Phon being rain, Phon Tok raining, heavy rain, Phon Tok. But yeah, it did not stop. It's really, really horrendous rain. We contacted the house builder for the loose tile, and he sent a couple of teams out who did eventually come and replace or refit the roof tile. Unfortunately for us, we had those 2 heavy nights of rain, which had caused some damage inside the house. Our bedroom had a bit of a dripping leak, and the living room looks like this. It's dried out since, but obviously stained. Needs to be repaired at some point. Yeah, we had a solar company come round to survey the house with a view of getting solar panels. They arrived naturally in an EV. This is, there were a couple. This is his wife. She's getting the drone ready to do an aerial survey of the roof. We've had the quotes back, and I'm still recovering from those. I'm going to give that some thought. But yeah, they seemed like nice people, and I probably will end up going with them. All of our cardboard and plastic, etc., gets recycled. Now that box, arrowed, is the box for our pool cleaner, our robot pool cleaner, which I spotted on this recycling truck. We send everything down, all of our plastic, metal, glass, etc., cardboard, we send down to Jan's sister, who collects it, and then separates it, and then I'm not sure how often, but these people arrive in this truck, and they pay her for the cardboard, the plastic, the glass, the metal, and she earns a few baht in doing so. So we just happened to turn up, and I noticed our box on the roof. So yeah, total recycling, which is quite good. It's an elderly couple doing it. Surprisingly, it wasn't the council, the local authority. Bane of my life, these 2 lights here on the chlorinator for the swimming pool. I finally got to grips with it. Keeping the salt level up, I'm now getting 2 green lights, which is really good. Now, April and May have been 2 months of constant birthdays, and for Jan, constant cake baking. Well done, Jan. We've got through so many cakes. Every one of them have been absolutely fantastic. Well, cheers. Hope you enjoyed that. It went on for a bit, didn't it? It's quite a long one, but I tried to get as much in as I could, because I've still got a few bits to go for the final episode 4, which will be coming up before we leave. The sun is setting now here. Not sure what time it is, but it must be 4:30, nearly 5 o'clock. We've been out shopping, spent a fortune again. But all is good. Another nice day, no rain, nice and warm, not too hot. I've got the fan on me here sitting outside, and hopefully it'll stay like this until we come back. So episode 4, 1 more to go. Thank you for watching this one. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.